Roll.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, give me the words and I got the flow. See, I don't gotta write, I got the Holy Ghost. Yeah, that's called a Ghost Rider. Jeremiah 5:14, that's so fire.
Isaiah 14, and when I retire, out of captivity I broke the iron. Who that is coming out of Mount Zion? Woolly hair, looking like a lion.
1,000 men marching with no drums on, no trombone, just boots on. Use our voices screaming out, take care of your homes, take care of your wives, take care of your own.
Now we standing out here in the valley of the bones. This place called America, this is not your home. This is like a tomb, place where you died at. Now I resurrected, trying to bring the 12 tribes back.
I came on a slave shipping,
And I ain't even like that.
put my neck in the rope,
And I couldn't even fight back.
sold on an auction block, took a man.
Welcome back to Four Corners News. That's right. I am Officer Azanai,
I'm Officer Daniel.
and this is your good news. That's right. We're back. We're back. I know it's been a while, but it's time for us to touch on some positive stuff on the news. So that way we can kind of uplift our people. So like you know, the segment is called The Good News. So now let's pull up the article and see some of the good news that's going on amongst our people that, you know, that hasn't been published on mainstream media.
Let's read that.
Come on.
Zyla Avant-Garde, 14, wins 93rd Scripps National Spelling Bee title with correct spelling of Mariah.
How did you know how to say that? Because me personally, when I'm reading that, I don't even know how to say that. I would have got it wrong. See, but this is what it's showing you. 14 years old. 14 years old. She knows big words. Her vocabulary has expanded. It shows that she has a photographic memory.
Right.
Go back. Let's read. Come on.
As one of the top 8th grade basketball players in the United States.
So not only is she athletic, but she has the smarts too. Come on.
Zyla Avant-Garde should be quite familiar with the concept of survive and advance. Now, the 14-year-old from Harvey, Louisiana knows just what it's like to have her one shining moment. Zyla prevailed in the final round over 12-year-old Shaitra Thumala of Frisco, Texas, by correctly spelling the word Mariah, a genus of tropical Asiatic and Australian trees having pinnate leaves and flowers.
Wow. So she's doing all of this at the age of 14. This just reminds me of, go to Isaiah chapter 41 and let's read verse 9. This is what this is reminding me of.
What the Most High is doing is showing that light that he put on his
Bring it
people
out.
to let it even shine in the midst of darkness.
Right.
Because
And
even though this sister, you know, she probably doesn't seen the truth or heard of it yet,
Mm-hmm.
but our people still is a little bit of shine and wisdom that you can find.
that's wisdom spilling out. And this is why the scripture says this. Read that in Isaiah chapter 41 and let's read verse 9.
Isaiah chapter 41 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
Thou, whom I have taken from the ends of the earth.
So God has said he has taken us from the ends of the earth because why? Ultimately, we're scattered as a nation of people and we lost who we are. But this is the point of the scripture. Keep reading.
And called thee from the chief men thereof.
So this is no surprise to us that she will, at 14 years old, that she's winning the spelling bee because God called us from the chief men. You know what it means by being chief? Meaning from the best men that's on the planet Earth.
Right. We come from the best stock.
We come from the best
We
stock.
the best stock. Right.
Physically and even just mentally.
Right. Go to Matthew chapter 5 and verse 12. That's what the Lord said. That's why he put us here on the earth. There was more on that?
Yeah, there was more on that.
Oh,
Keep
okay,
reading.
Sorry, finish that.
And said unto thee, Thou art my servant. I have chosen thee, and not cast thee away.
And God has not cast us away, even though it looked like we're not really, chosen by God, or it looked like our condition, it felt like God has cast us away. But he really didn't cast us away, because why? We come from the chief men thereof, and because he had an agreement with our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's why we could come out of slavery and create different creations under oppression, like the cotton gin, like open heart surgery, so on and so forth. Go ahead, officer.
And we excel in sports. You got Usain Bolt, Michael Jordan. This is why those things happen.
Henrietta Slack too, with the cells that everybody is using, so that way they could do a lot of stuff.
Go to Matthew. Go to that scripture I call Matthew chapter 5 verse 12. That's why we excel at those things, and you see these things happen, because even though we under oppression and our people are coming back to the righteousness of God, the way God made us, the stock he made us of, even that glory spills through that mist of darkness. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 5 and verse 12.
Bring it out.
Rejoice and be exceeding glad.
Come on.
For great is your reward in heaven.
Great is our reward in heaven. Come on.
For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you. Ye are the salt of the earth.
God says that the prophets, his stock, we are the salt of the earth. We bring flavor. That's why we are included in everything. Entertainment, music, sports, even education. Just like the officer was bringing out, open heart surgery. They got majority of that stuff from us. The invention of the light bulb. The refrigerator. And
even going into space in order for them to have that pride, so that way they could fulfill the scripture in Obadiah, where they had to have two Jake women in the middle of segregation, where they had to walk miles down. They had to get the formula from them in order for them to go up to space.
Let's finish that.
But if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is thenceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men.
Meaning without the salt, there is no purpose. Read on.
Ye are the light of the world.
God says we are the light of the world. Come on.
A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
That's why you can't hide those talents that ooze out of our people, even in the midst of darkness.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.